So I think with this one, like you have like you've got auto optimize, which is one way of adding your compaction. It's like I think it's right now. What is it? It's like every 10 transactions you'll optimize in process for a stream. But you
Right.
also have like write optimize as well. And so it's like if I'm going to go and write my transactions, I'm going to actually go and do compaction to take care of like the small files problem before my transaction is essentially kind of complete. So that
Right.
any downstream would, essentially like taking a step back, it's fairly one of the things that I've done in the past, sort order by timestamp, so that it's a lot easier to go and read everything within a batch without having to do any kind of sorting. And so it's like, what are the guarantees of the upstream to the downstream? And so if the guarantee is that everything's going to be like sequentially correct and then compacted, it saves everybody else a lot of downstream processing time. So depending on the total number of downstream consumers, like it's n compaction jobs per downstream consumer, right? And that's a lot more expensive. And so really it's just a trade-off, right? It's a trade-off on speed to make sure that everything's faster downstream.
Or trade-off on time. But one thing I did want to call out, another approach, for example, when you're looking at these massive systems, a common approach basically is to also run a second job, which its whole life is basically to compact. Right. To basically so you have all these little small streaming files. And for example, in Delta Lake, and this is any Lakehouse format has a version of this particular problem, by the way, is that you have now a lot of little transactions in your transaction log and you've got a lot of little files. Right. So the whole point is to then have a second job. Doesn't need to be as big, but basically its job is to then compact. So let's just say you fun scenario, partition by hour. Okay, just because you have that much data. Then once the hour is done, no problem. Go ahead and compact the hour's worth of data. So you've got a lot more smaller files, and then in the same time, compact your transaction log. So that way you don't lose any transactional consistency, but the idea is you compact or vacuum the transaction log so the transaction log doesn't get nearly as big, right? So there are these other strategies that come in play that will allow you to basically deal with the fact that you're wanting to understandably maintain or optimize your table at the same time as you're actually streaming data into it.